If you honestly feel in your heart that you are worthy of more than the circumstance in which you find yourself, then you have to engage in a breathing pattern that allows you to direct energy to every single part of your body so you can utterly calm yourself and mentally say stop and stamp out any negative thoughts that aim to block you on your path to becoming everything that you need to be to serve your loved ones and all the people that the true and living God or any supreme being in which you believe has assigned you to serve. Manifest every single situation and environment to which you need to be exposed to tap into the infinite abundance available to everyone on this planet, especially in this country, the greatest democratic experiment known to man. My people come first. That is why I have listed information resources and all kinds of links for ways and places that will guide you to be anything you want to be by subscribing to our newsletter at bit.ly/NeilRod. And those of you who have been watching me for some time know that I have been as selfless as possible, providing links to information resources, application portals, all kinds of places where you can find support so you can engage to become anything you want to be. You want to be a programmer. You want to work in tech. You want to have an opportunity to win a grant. A lady that has just found a link to an opportunity through our spreadsheet and the rest of the materials that I share on this channel absolutely for free has just been awarded a grant of over $100,000 through the federal government. Without talking about the tens of millions of dollars that people have been able to secure through the economic injury disaster loan, through the Paycheck Protection Program. You have seen it time and time again. I have seen it before it was done, and that's how you have to see it. See yourself, regardless of any limitation that you think you suffer from. You have to see yourself in a situation where you don't suffer from it anymore. But it's not just about seeing, it's about learning, gathering all the resources. I have aggregated as much as possible. We are in the information age. Thus, even with the countless amount of resources that I have listed, it still only constitutes a pixel of what is available. There are case studies available on how you can run ads, how you can perform marketing, how you can start a small business or operate a small business, market it to its utter success. And now you collect email addresses. You can have people to whom you could send your message and promote whatever cause that you have. Find ways in which you can deliver more value. And if you do not know how to do it, learn how to earn more by seeing who are the players who have already been successful in doing what you want to do. Practically everything on this planet has been already done. So unless you are developing the elevator from here to the moon, there are ways and tactics that you can get from other people. Even if you are developing the elevator from here to the moon, you could probably take first principles and physics and science and break it up. If you manifest it in your mind, if you see people being teleported through that elevator from San Francisco or the Bronx, New York, out to that crater on the moon, I bet you will make it happen with enough force. While you start to look for the resources, look for other people that have already completed the work that you need to complete. But you have to get going. It's not only about seeing it. It's about, again, releasing yourself of any limiting thoughts, because your brain, once you start to get into the uncomfortable activity and engaging in the practice of enhancing yourself, it starts fighting back. Why are you going to do that? There is so much good content out on Netflix or whatever streaming platform or whatever recommendation that YouTube has pulled up or Instagram based on the activity in which you have engaged on that platform, because they have artificial intelligence that learns what it is that you like. So if you like watching videos on kids, for instance, it'll keep showing you videos on kids and it keeps you hooked. Watch The Social Dilemma on Netflix. You can learn how they manipulate you to ensure that you spend or waste as much time as possible on these devices. Right now, I am looking on myself, waving my hands, and speaking to you in this manner through a black and white display on my phone because I want to get off it. Everybody's addicted to this stuff. I mean, I work on the box most of the time because I know that if I need to do something digitally, I might as well do it on a computer that has a bigger screen, and thus I'm not straining my eyes when I'm looking at my phone. But if I'm mobile, then I'm working with the phone. And right now, I had these thoughts that I had to share because I see so many people, you complain in the comments section, discussing how you suffer from this, how you suffer from that. You need this, you need that. Everything is available to you, especially in this country. I stay on top of mine first. You know that for all of you who have been watching. And if you have not been watching, click the subscribe button, click the like button, click the bell notification to stay on top of every single resource that I have found to make available to you so you can get with people who can guide you to become whatever it is you want to be. Stay on it, because as long as you smarten up, listen, I did not grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth. I was fortunate enough to have a family that did educate themselves, so that challenged me. So I said, listen, I'm rolling around all of these people. They're so articulate, and when they speak, they have extensive knowledge on whatever discipline that they practice with their professions because they're all college educated. I've got my uncle's brother-in-law who's a pilot. He's always talking about the technicalities of crashes because he gets reports all the time, and they talk about what happened on 9/11 and the real ins and outs, what his information constitutes on the inside. Also, my uncle, he's an engineer. Now their kids are engineers and lawyers as well. I came up with a father that was their sibling, that is their sibling, that wasn't around to support me as much. Nonetheless, that challenged me enough, being almost like a little brother to my aunts and uncles, my father's siblings. I saw them highly educated, and that was what challenged me to say, listen, I'm not going to be the only dumbass in my family. So right now, you are part of our family, the Rod Squad, baby. So I educated myself as much as possible. You do as well. And find out exactly what it takes for you to take that education and enhance it even further, where you can surround yourself with people who are better, not better in totality, because there are things that you are more technically proficient at than other people, than me, for instance, or whoever. But there are other things that you need other people to complete. For instance, you need to develop an application. Go get a developer if you don't want to learn how to code yourself. And if you can get the clients to pay for the cost of ensuring something gets developed and then add some margin so you can make some money off of it, bang, you've got a small business. And as I've told you time and time and time again, that the way for you to tap into the biggest amount or proportion of resources available in this country, you have to operate a small business. Learn how to market it. Become successful at it. It's not about just qualifying for grants and loans. These are all safety measures that the government and private institutions provide for you in case you fall, because they look good if they help you, and they also stay alive if they help you. Because now that you're operating a small business, even if only one person operates that small business, you are now what's known to the Small Business Administration officially as a non-employer firm. And even if you have not hired anybody officially as a W-2 employee, you may be hiring people as outsourced workers, and you're putting those people to work in the gig economy. You are putting things in operation. So they give you more resources so you can keep more people employed, and you can be as successful as you can, so you can help as many people to be as successful as they can in this country. This is the mecca of capitalism. I don't think that there is any place on the planet where it is easier for you to start a small business and be in the position where you can be protected using all of the safety nets available to a small business. That's why during the pandemic, businesses were the organizations and entities that were able to leverage the most from all of the relief measures that the government provided for us. Because, again, you are not only providing for yourself, but you are providing for your employees, the people that you have in your employ as outsourced workers, as 1099s, and the people that serve your business, the vendors that with whom you operate on a daily basis. Even if you are going out and marketing, you're taking people out to eat to ensure that you develop a relationship with somebody that will allow you to move your business forward. That is what is available to you. But again, it only starts once you start to engage in massive action. And the only way to do that is to utterly extinguish any negative or limiting thoughts that invade your mind and say, my man, you are not good enough. This is painful. Stop doing it. No, you have to declare either verbally or mentally to stop. And then you start to envision yourself. That is where your manifestation comes into place. And you start to picture yourself in the ideal environment that will allow you to deliver as much value as infinitely possible based off whatever supreme being in which you believe to serve the people that you have been assigned to support and save on this planet. Watch the video you see on the screen right now so I can give you even more resources that will guide you to be whatever you want to be.